and welcome to another Sprinterra video. Today we're going to be taking a look at reversals in AP. So in this scenario here, we're looking at an AP bill that was created, vendor of Edison Power, and we've got it marked as the power bill for October. So in this case, we're going to mock up a scenario in which, let's say we entered this bill for the wrong vendor. So we used to use Edison Power. We switched to this new vendor, just due to, we're so used to doing this the same way every time that we entered Edison Power instead of our new vendor. So we're going to need to back this back out and then enter the updated bill for the correct vendor. In this case, however, we can see the bill is closed though. So if we look at the applications, this means it's already been paid. So we have a payment that's applied against it. So we're going to have to do a couple of things. We're going to have to void the payment in the system, and we're also going to have to reverse this bill. So step one, let's go into the payment and void it out. And this part is going to be very straightforward. We're just going to go into the payment. We're going to select void. We're going to do this as of the exact same date. That way it's in and out as of the same date. Going to remove our hold, and we're going to release it. What the void payment does, it's very simple and straightforward. The financial transaction that's created is simply going to bring the money back into us, and it's going to reinstate the accounts payable hit, right? So debit to checking, our cash is increased, and then credit to AP, we now have that open AP again. So if we close out of this, jump back over to our bill, refresh the screen, we're now going to see that this bill is open again. If we look at the applications, we've got the payment and the voided payment. So now we have a $26.50 balance on this. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click under corrections reverse, and this is going to create a debit adjustment for us. So in Acumatica, you have debit adjustments and credit adjustments. So debit adjustments are essentially the exact inverse of an AP bill, whereas credit adjustments are going to create the exact same impact as an AP bill. So we can talk a little bit more about that on a future video, but just keep in mind that a debit adjustment, the impact it's going to have is it's going to debit AP, which means clear out the AP that the original bill entered, and then it's going to credit to whatever expense account we have here. So we're going to keep the same date so that it's in and out same time. And since we chose reverse directly from the actions menu, it has all of the details here from the original bill. If we created this debit adjustment from scratch, we would have to enter all of that information. So going directly from the original bill, clicking reverse, that's very important and saves you some time. We're just going to click remove hold, and we're going to release it. Once this releases, we'll take a look at the financial tab just to take a look at the GL batch, just so we can see what that looks like on the financial side real quick here. And you can see, as we said, the debit adjustment debited our AP and it credited our expense account. So just a reminder, when that original bill was entered, it would have credited AP and it would have debited this utilities expense account. So this debit adjustment has done the exact opposite to take us back to where we started. So now we have created this debit adjustment, which has the exact reversing impact. Last thing we need to do is we need to apply it against the bill. Right now it's just open, waiting for a document to apply against. So we're going to click apply on the debit adjustment. And this is going to take us into our screen here where we can go to documents to apply. We can go find our bill, which in this case was 5580. And then we'll apply it as of the date that it happened. So all impacts happening at the same time. And that way our aging is updated as of this date as opposed to as of today, which is December. And then we're going to release this. So now what happens is debit adjustment shows closed. And if we go back to our bills and adjustments, go back to the first page, and we look at our bill, this is now showing closed as well. So from here, we would be able to click the plus, go to create a new bill, or whether we're using document recognition or whatever the case may be, and then we could enter the bill for the correct vendor, which is no longer Edison Power. So with that, that's how you reverse an AP bill in Acumatica, along with taking a look at voiding a payment. If you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to us directly here at Sprinterra. Until then, hope you have a great day.